Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report. Welcome and thanks for joining us. This is the nightly news for Wednesday, September the 20th, 2023. We begin the news with a story that we have been tracking for more than a year. Court hears Maitland had no clothes to wear for his hearing. The Home Circuit Court was informed that Noel Maitland, the man accused in the murder of social media personality Dailey Donaldson, was absent from court on Wednesday morning as he had no clothes to wear. He was expected to be present for the renewed bail hearing. However, Maitland did not make it to the courtroom. Maitland lawyer Christopher Townsend explained that despite the best efforts of the accused family, the police did not accept the clothing provided. The clothing was taken but refused, Townsend said. The court also heard that the application to renew the bail hearing, which was to be filed on or before September the 1st, was not before the court. The matter had to be postponed until November 16. Donaldson was last seen in the company of Constable Noel Maitland in a New Kingston apartment on July the 11th. The police had indicated that an investigation concluded that Miss Donaldson was killed on July the 12th between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Continuing the news, body of a man found in 50 feet hole in St. Elizabeth. The police in St. Elizabeth were called to the community of Claremont where the body of a man was found in a hole around 50 feet deep on Wednesday morning. Coleridge Minto confirmed the recovery operation was set to begin to have the body removed. We are awaiting on some experts from the scene of crime and personnel from the CIB and also the fire department to begin. We will also be here to support the community as the extraction begin, Minto said.
Here in the Claremont community, the parish of St. Elizabeth, where a body is seen in a hole, which is approximately 50 feet down. And so we are now conducting a recovery operation. We are awaiting some experts from both the scenes of crime as well as our CIB and the fire department. And we will also be supporting the residents as we seek to extract the body. I would not want to speak to the identity until we have so retrieved the body from this hole. The investigation so far over is that no foul play has been suspected.
The senior cop confirmed that the police will be holding off on revealing the identity of the man until a later date. Continuing the news, tax auditor held in sting operation now facing corruption charges. A tax auditor at the Tax Administration of Jamaica, Ramila Wint Lewis, has been charged with breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act. Wint Lewis was arrested last week by officers from the Revenue Protection Department and the Major Organized Crime Anti-Corruption Agency MOCA. A release from the Revenue Protection Department on Tuesday said that Wint Lewis was arrested on September 14 and was offered bail in the sum of $400,000. She is set to appear in the Manchester Parish Court on October 4, 2023. According to the release, the allegations are that in July, the accused allegedly told a taxpayer that there was an audit being conducted on their business, which shows a preliminary assessment in the amount of $20 million. It is further alleged that she asked the taxpayer for a meeting to discuss the matter privately. During this and subsequent meetings, Wint Lewis allegedly offered to reduce the audit significantly by various means, reportedly demanding $3 million and a Honda CR-V as payment. A September 14 date was reportedly set for the meeting with the taxpayer to ensure that the motor vehicle could not be transferred without being traced and to allegedly collect a portion of the requested money. A sting operation was set up by the Revenue Protection Department and MOCA, where the accused was allegedly held with the money in her possession. In response to the action, the Tax Administration of Jamaica stated that it strongly supports and promotes integrity and accountability in keeping with its core values. Commissioner of the Revenue Protection Department, Kingston Jim Morgan, while reiterating the policies of the department not to comment on the active case, stresses the importance of partnership and collaboration as a critical tool in combating corruption, especially in the revenue service. The Revenue Protection Department is ready, willing, and able to work with its partners to minimize the occurrence of fraud and corruption and to maximize the ability of the RPD to lessen the impact of corrupt actors on the reputation of goodwill of the revenue services, Morgan said. Cops need help to reunite schoolboy with parents. The St. Andrew Central Police are seeking the public's assistance to locate the relative of a boy who was found wandering in Halfway Tree area in St. Andrew on Tuesday. The boy, who gave his name as Zafane Murray, his mother's name as Janet Campbell, and his father's name as Craig Murray. He also stated that he lives in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. Anyone with information that can assist the police in reuniting Murray with his family is being asked to contact the Halfway Tree Police at 876-926-8184, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. During the publication of this report, Links 007 TV was reliably informed that contact was made with the parents of the boy. We have now been reliably informed that the boy has since been reunited with his family. In a brief statement, the police, who had earlier appealed for the public's help to reunite the boy with the relatives, said that the boy is in good health. Links 007 TV will continue to track this story and provide more information to come on this in a later newscast. Cops still trying to ID a woman found dead in St. James over 2 months. Detectives assigned to the St. James Police Division are seeking the public's assistance in locating the relative of a woman that was killed on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard in Montego Bay, St. James in the parish on Friday, July 28. The body is of dark complexion, same build, and about 168 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. It was clad in a white blouse, multicolored skirt, and barefooted. Reports are that sometime around 12:10 a.m., citizens stumbled on the body of the woman and summoned the police. On their arrival, the woman was found on the side of the road with stab wounds to her back. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue pending postmortem examination. The relatives or anyone who may be able to locate the relative of this woman is being asked to contact the Montego Bay CIB at 876-953-6191, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Headless body of man found in no man's land. Police investigators are currently in a section of Rosetown in Kingston 13 called No Man's Land, where the headless body of a man was found on Wednesday morning. It is understood that there is an ongoing gang war in the Lower Maxfield area, and the police believe that the dead man may be associated with one of the rival factions. Reporters on the scene were informed that the body was wrapped in a grey tarpaulin and placed along the roadway. The police has commenced an investigation into this killing. Continuing the news. Elderly woman charged for hammering husband to death remanded. A 73-year-old woman, Evening Townsend, was charged with the murder of her 74-year-old husband, was again remanded when she appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on Friday, September 16. She is to return to court on Thursday, September 21st for a bail application. Townsend is accused of using a hammer to hit her husband several times during an incident that occurred in the early hours of Saturday, September 2nd in Cabbage Valley District, St. Elizabeth. Mrs. Townsend reportedly confessed to the crime in a statement given to police. The confession reportedly revealed that the incident arose from a dispute stemming from the late husband's omission of her name from his last will. The disagreement, the police said, escalated, resulting in her being slapped by her husband. She is being represented by senior attorney at law Thomas Levin. First crash on new leg of highway, 2 injured after vehicle overturned. Just days after the Ministry of Transport announced the opening of the Maitland to Williamsfield leg of the Southern Coastal Highway and issued a strong warnings for Jamaicans to exercise caution when traveling on the thoroughfare, the police on Tuesday reported the first accident on the stretch of roadway. According to an alleged eyewitness, Two men narrowly escaped death after the van they were traveling overturned. Reports are that sometime about 10 a.m., the driver of the vehicle was traveling in a western direction on the roadway when he reportedly lost control of the unit and struck the median and overturned. The driver and another passenger were assisted from the vehicle by police and passing motorists.
First accident. Them on. And turn over this.
Yo, we have the first accident by the new piece of tool in there, want it? Everybody alright, officer? Alright, that does alright. One cost that, no cost nothing. I am a G.
Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunication and Transport Darrell Vaz, speaking during the opening ceremony of the project recently, reminded that there is a responsibility that comes with these types of advancement. While we build out the infrastructure, we know that this encourages people to obviously drive faster, but we need to be mindful that there is an objective, is the connectivity, Mr. Vaz said. Every year, a number of individuals' lives are lost by crashes on our nation roads, main road, parochial roads, and highways. Families are torn apart and dreams are shattered. Also, futures are forever altered because of these crashes, the minister said. As of September 24th, there have been 284 road fatalities resulting from 264 collisions. The minister noted that compared to last year, this is a 14% decrease and he is hopeful by the end of the year, fewer than 400 fatalities will be recorded, coming from 488 last year. This has been Links 007 TV News Report. Thanks for watching.